for joining us this morning. I'm Representative Jonathan Larkin, a Marine Corps veteran, and I represent District 30. Today we are going to review some of the efforts that Democratic members of the Arizona Veterans Caucus are making so that it's easier for employees to utilize the expertise that veterans bring to the job market. This year I'm serving as the Democratic co-chair of the Arizona Veterans Caucus, which is a bipartisan caucus that was created by veterans for veterans. Our goal is to find more ways to serve who have served our country and focusing on employment issues, and that has been our priority from the start. Veterans have a unique experience and skills that they bring to new careers when they leave the armed forces. For that reason, I'm finding ways to help veterans transition into the workforce quickly, and it is in everyone's best interest. Excuse me. Now I'm going to turn it over to Representative Gallego to talk more about the bills we're sponsoring this year. Representative Gallego.
Thank you. Again, for the record, my name is Ruben Gallego. I'm a state representative in District 27, which is South Phoenix, Laveen, Guadalupe, Tampa, the Hill River Indian community. I'm also the Citizen Minority Leader. More importantly, I'm a Marine Corps infantry veteran, served in the Iraq War in 2005. Excellent. This year I've introduced two bills that will help veterans and their spouses utilize the training they've already received if they choose to live and work in Arizona. And when we include spouses, it's really important to understand one of the most important things when it comes to military families is also making sure that your spouse is happy. And a lot of times what comes with that territory is assuring that your spouse is having a fulfilling career. Many times our military members will transfer from one base to the other every 2 years. If licensing procedures take a year to 2 years for them to get licensed to work here, you're economically impacting the life of these veterans and these military families, which will significantly reduce their capability for, one, to basically save more money, and two, will probably also encourage those members not to stay in the military as long as they should. So these kinds of things are designed, one, for us, again, to keep retention, but also to ensure that people know that Arizona is a military-friendly state, and we'd like to make sure that they continue coming here. My bill, HB 2499, establishes a process for service members who are also in the military and have professional licenses from another state to get their licenses, certificates, or registrations in Arizona. The most important thing that every veteran needs when they return is a job. I know for a fact when I first returned from Iraq, I had a very difficult time getting a job, at least for the first, I think it was the first 7 months. And many of my skills weren't directly transferable because I was in the infantry, so there aren't many necessities for that. However, for other military men who have good licenses, such as CDL licenses, EMT licenses, their skills are easily transferable into our workforce today. And by us making sure they have a streamlined process, we could assure that they're more likely to get hired in a quicker manner, which is a very important thing for all veterans returning. It keeps them off the streets, in their homes, and in a stable work environment. With that, I would like to also introduce another veteran, Army veteran, but I don't hold that against him, Representative Mark Cardenas. Thank you.
Well, Army veterans are smarter, so I'm not ashamed of that. Morning, I'm Representative Mark Cardenas. I represent Legislative District 19, which is the Southwest Phoenix area in the cities of Avondale and Tolleson. So the reason why we're here today is we're here because of veterans, specifically jobs, education, and wellness. That being said, I've served with many outstanding people throughout my 8 years in the active Army and the reserves. Knowing that, the experience is that they have outstanding work ethic, and they're some of the hardest working people you'll ever meet. And they have the experience that they would, once they leave the military, to transfer directly into jobs that are hiring throughout the state. Sometimes these jobs require college degrees. They require some type of formal training through community college systems or technical schools, and they don't realize that the exact training that they're requiring was given at a military school. So by that virtue, we know that they are committed and dedicated, and we know that they've received outstanding training, and that they've had on-the-job training sometimes that someone just out of college wouldn't have. So I mean, our employers and our economy benefit when we get these veterans back to work. This year I've introduced House Bill 2475, which would establish a tax credit for people and corporations that hire an unemployed veteran who is receiving unemployment benefits and left the armed services under honorable conditions. This bill was actually introduced last year, nearly made it. Last year was House Bill 2484. And so we realized that there were some tweaks to the bill that we needed to make, and if this bill passes, then up to 5,500 veterans will be back to work. So this bill is a win-win proposal for veterans, employers, and Arizona's economy. And just want to thank you for your time and open this up to discussion now.